All right. I hope everybody is doing well on their journey. You guys, I was trying to get my YouTube thing going here. Please hit that like button on the way in, as it does help out the channel. Guess we're gonna buffer some here. Yeah, good call. My ears just popped and my left ear is ringing. Yeah. This reading will be for second house placements. We all have a second house somewhere. Okay. I may. Somebody's name is May. Taurus energy. Let's see. All right. Anyway, let's see. Go back here. Well, there's no one doing it now. I was going to put the comments on at the end of the video, but it is what it is. I think I made the right call, giving that it's Mercury close enough, pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. There were I did an all signs a Mercury retrograde. If you feel guided, join members. That is on the $5 holler tier. Yeah, those are like warnings and what to look out for. And as I was saying, this reading is going to be for second house placements. I may or may not be doing an all signs. You guys, yeah. I don't know. Okay. It takes a lot of energy. So, this leads to that. Also, before I cut this on, you guys, I had lit that red candle back there as well, and it blew completely out. So, I was hearing no love lost, okay? You could have recently went through a breakup, or you cut somebody out of your energy, or you're just done with a situation. So this leads to that cause and effect. Have more eyes on your business. This was a billboard that I seen coming in to town and leaving town, and it had these two big reptilian eyes on it. All right, yeah, have more eyes on your business. So this could be a forewarning for you to keep your eye on the prize, right? Don't get distracted by the outer reality, the distractions, right? Just like how I turned the comments off to this video, okay? Also, you have both the wrong eyes on your business, okay? Nosy up in your business. I'm seeing that card. And you have also the right eyes on your business. But I'm also hearing keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, this leads to that. All right, being distracted leads to that. All right, just pay attention. So yeah, the reptilian eyes. Okay, yeah. I will take a picture of that. I will try to tomorrow. Okay, there will be an extended version of this reading on members. Set a timer for 25 minutes. That's how long it takes. Take it how it resonates. Yeah, that's how long it takes to get to point A to point B. So you could be literally you could be in your car literally driving down the road, or to get, this leads to that, okay? To point A to point B. All right, I'm hearing 0 to 100. So yeah, point A leads to that. Point B, okay? Cause and effect. Gossip exposed tomorrow. It doesn't matter when you view this, okay? Some sort of he say, she say, okay, is going to be exposed tomorrow. You're in alignment. Go back to your camera roll to October 11th, okay? It doesn't matter the year, and see what was going on. I was guided back to that today, and I had a video of my dad who passed away and my uncle, all right? And every time that they would get together, they would bicker back and forth. They had like that brotherly bickering. This could be a brother of yours, or somebody you consider a brother or a sister, or somebody's just acting like a brat, okay? Yeah, but I took a video of them and I told them that they reminded me of the two arguing ass old men off of the Muppets, okay? So the rainbow reflection reading will go with this one. It was a Scorpio reading, and that is your polarity, okay? You're going to be just fine, all right? Your guides want you to know that you're going to be just fine. Those two old men's names were Statler and Waldorf, okay? Both of those names are of New York hotels, okay? That could be significant. But, yeah, men who sit in a private box and heckle, right, performers during the Muppet Show, okay? So the heckling, we'll come back to that in a minute. Known for their constant criticism and witty remarks. That's giving me Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini or somebody who is just two-faced, right? It was also giving me Heckle and Jekyll, all right? The two sides, right? And crows are associated with Mercury, right? In Mercury, it is pre-shadow retrograde, and it is the trickster energy in a lower form, okay? It is, it pits people against each other, okay? It manipulates. In a higher form, okay? It is the divine comedian. It brings laughter, okay? So watch out for that. Heckle, to interrupt, or a performer or public speaker with mocking, abusive, or humorous comments. Also, dress, flax or hemp. Somebody, love and light, if you partake in the tweeds, all right, you may not want to do that at work. Somebody could get in trouble for being high, or you could have a drug test, or this is this person. All right, flax or hemp, to split or straighten the fibers for spinning, okay? And that was also giving me the spinning of a web. All right, spun out. Yeah, spun out. So this person is getting spun out of the own web of lies that they created. All right, they're getting spun out. Somebody could literally be spun out, okay? You need to get across. So if you feel guided to, okay, get yourself across. But the spinning of the webs, that took me back to the Pisces reading. The knife balances out the spoon, okay? Because I was talking about the spider is going to, the same spider is going to actually attack this person or have this person for dinner tonight, all right? Balances out the spoon. The spinning of the web, okay? So go watch that reading. It will go. So Thursday, label it the golden knife, okay? In that original Pisces reading, you could also be dealing with a Pisces, or you're waiting for this. You know it's coming. You're waiting for something. Yeah, label it the golden knife instead of the golden spoon, okay? And in that reading, I was talking about the serrated edges are going to be cutting through the sword of truth is going to be cutting through this web. So yeah, also going back to the very beginning, that red candle, no love lost, you're going to be cutting a cord to this energy, whatever this energy is to you. I'm hearing we bought a zoo. All right, your environment may feel like a fucking zoo to you right now. All right, or yeah, the performer. Also, the jealousy. All right, or whatever this is, the interrupting somebody's performance. Okay, you are the main character of your own story, right? And the world is a stage. So yeah, this person, okay, you're gonna start noticing that they tried too much to insert themselves into your energy, okay? And it's because they're feeding, they get a high off of it, all right? Because they don't have any of their own. Yeah, this person creates chaos wherever they go, all right? This person's also using chaos magic, okay? Yeah. I'm hearing a samurai sword, but going back to the we bought a zoo, don't pay attention. Don't give your attention to that, right? We bought a zoo. Okay, that means that you're buying tickets. Also, the reading that I did, this circus comes to town 3 times a year. All right, and it's called Mercury retrograde. Laugh now or cry later. So the more that you stay lighthearted, the more that you stay jovial, the more you stay in your own energy, okay? And don't pay attention to this person, the more that this person is going to be seen, right? Period. Laugh now, cry later. All right. And going back to the buying tickets. All right. You have to buy tickets to a zoo. Okay. You are going to be laughing all the way to the energy bank. And this person is going to be crying because they no longer have your energy. Okay. And they are going to be exposed. All right. So let's see. Somebody could get exposed, okay, if this is a cheating situation. All right, somebody could be exposed for that, because I was hearing, even though you're not my girl, I'm not your man, I'm going to call you my shorty. Yeah, somebody could be really short. Love triangle, third party, multiple lovers, choices. Ego, hurt ego, ego getting in the way of relationships. And during that Pisces reading, I was talking about this person's going to go through is going through a whole ego death behind the scenes. Going back to the Statler and the Waldorf, right? They have their private box. This isn't going to be so behind the scenes anymore, okay? This is going to be like a fucking circus. This is going to be a whole shit show, and you're going to see it all unfold, okay? But you're being guided not to give your not lend your energy to the performers that are performing around you, okay? You are the star of your own show. Keep focused on what it is that you're creating, okay? Your creativity, all right, is what brings home the win, I'm hearing. All right. Anything else from here? Bring it home, right, baby? If you do have a passed over father or father figure, all right, they're making sure you get this win. Okay. Yeah, the 2 arguing ass old men. Also, I wanted to show you guys what they look like. Bam. Yeah. Make sure you go watch that that rainbow reflection reading. It is your polarity, and right, the rainbow connection is off of the Muppets. All right, and I rewrote that song and labeled it the rainbow reflection as the adult perspective to the inner child instead of the other way around, okay? I'm also seeing that rainbow as the pot of gold, at the other side of the rainbow. And when you think about a rainbow, it is an illusion, a play on color, okay? And you can keep walking and walking and walking, but you're never going to reach the end of that prism. Yeah. The strings, the prism. You can think about the soul, okay, or the oversoul as a prism of light, okay? When you touch those balls, the science balls and the electricity, all right, it jumps, right? It expands to each finger. That's how you can think of it, right? This person cannot touch your crown. They cannot touch your soul. All right, groupie. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. Running. If this is something that you don't know about, okay, and you're watching this outside of self and you're not involved in any type of love triangle, this is what this person is going through, okay? All right, and they're embarrassed inside of their little box, okay? For many of you guys, this person, all right, it doesn't matter if this is a family, lover, business friend, this person was trying to rally. They were trying to rally up people against you. And right, a true individual stands alone. I'm hearing, I stand alone. Yeah, so, yep. And the more they try to rally, the more they're being seen. And just keep in mind, okay, when the whole narc or this demonic frequency, right, they don't display the proper emotions for what they are actually feeling or saying. They always cry. All right, that's their last ditch effort to get others to rally in on this. All right, they always cry. And I'm not saying that anybody's a fucking pretty crier, but it's real ugly. All right, it's real ugly. All right, if the throwing a fit, the yelling doesn't work, then they resort to crying. So take it how it resonates. If this is a relationship, all right, this person is going to start crying to get back to you, okay? Let's see, what else are we using? All right, yeah. I will be doing Mercury and Sagittarius, right? It's there now, and it's going retrograde back into Scorpio. Okay, was where it will get transformed. So whatever beliefs, false belief systems are coming down once this Mercury retrograde hits Scorpio again, okay? Yep, right? The 9th house is about belief. Sagittarius is expansion. When it goes back into Scorpio, this energy is not going to have, and others are not going to have any other choice but to dig deep, all right? Scorpio takes it deep. It goes deep into the subconscious, right? And it gets down to the root, all right? And then when Mercury goes direct back into Sagittarius, it will all be seen. Not only that for this person, but this is going to be another wave of awakening. Okay. Hiding your true self. I told you. You could actually be dealing with a Sagittarius. 14 is Sagittarius energy, but also it condenses down to a 5, which is about ego. This person's going through a whole ego death behind the scenes. The arguing could be this person arguing with themselves, okay? The whole angel on the shoulder and the devil on the other side. Okay, if this person is on some kind of substance, using these substances only makes it worse, and it's driving this person even more batshit. So, hiding your true self. And the two sides, the heckle and the jekyll, or the two arguing ass old men. This person could be arguing with their own selves in the mirror as well. So, there will be this will be exposed. All right, label those timers, set it for tomorrow. It doesn't matter when you view this, okay? I'm hearing Kelly. Yeah, gossip is exposed tomorrow. Okay. I'm hearing, what is that? Run and tell that homeboy. You left your fingerprints. You are so dumb. You're really dumb, for real. And what I'm hearing is red-handed. Okay. Gemini also rolls the hand. Naked before the stars, period. 13. The death card, scorpionic energy, and I did say, right, this Mercury, when it goes retrograde back to Scorpio, and it is Scorpio season, it's going to unravel this energy, okay, down to its core to be transformed, all right? Hiding your true self. We got 14 and 13, right? This is giving me 14, the Sagittarius energy, where Mercury is at now, right? Retrograde hitting back into Scorpio, then to go back direct into Sagittarius. So I really love how the cards come together, but the hiding true self, all right, this can no longer be hidden, all right? And if this is you, all right, and you're scared to be your true authentic self, all right, that is why you keep attracting people that are really not for you, okay? Because you're holding up a facade, all right, when really, if you heal the reason why you had to put up those walls and build a facade in the first place, okay, and drop the mask, you would realize that you would start attracting your soul tribe, all right? So, and parasite, I was talking about this morning. I haven't even labeled that reading, but the parasitic programming, okay? Somebody here, okay, it's spiritual warfare. At the end of the day, this vessel was just being used, okay? And this person's soul was being subdued. Okay, this person could have a handler, all right? Right, the person that inflicted the trauma in the first place. There's a soul contract, and I did say a cord cutting. Somebody here, right, and it may take this being exposed in order for this person to get down to the root of the problem, okay? So hold space for yourself, okay? Send this person love, light, and healing, and keep it moving. Or if this is you, keep going. Keep going. 19, the sun, illumination. All right, let me see something, you guys. All right, no. All right, so I've already explained most of this this morning on that reading, and I'm being guided to not bring it up here. So with that being said, let's look at on Thursday what this golden knife is about, right? The golden truth. And we did have 19, the illumination there. So what energies are you dealing with? Sun, Leo, Taurus, which this is your reading, and obviously we have a Taurus full moon going on right now in the 10th house, Capricorn. Some of you guys really have been restricted or stuck in a structured belief system, and this whole cycle is going to break you out of that, okay? Illumination is the name of the game, okay? Some of you guys, this is about your partner. For some of you, it'll be about your partnership, okay? Your love life with Taurus here, okay? Your stability, okay? Be prepared for that to be shaken up in some way, shape, or form, and it's to your benefit, to your own benefit, And guess what? You're gonna be just fine. Now I know why that was put. Okay? Libra, Taurus, and more Libra. Okay, this is about your partnerships. Okay, all together. All together. This is also going to bring you closer to your higher self and self-love and acceptance, okay? I'm seeing rain. It could be raining where you're at when you view this. Somebody lives in Jamaica. I'm hearing the imprisonment of one's own mind or structure. Somebody, you could know somebody or somebody you love could be locked up. I'm hearing, what is that, Rikers Island? Isn't that another reference to New York? I'm hearing, there's no business like show business. Look, let's look up that song. There's really no business like your business, right? Which is why the eyes are on yours. Like I said, I will be getting an extended version of this, and it will be available on the $5 holler tier. 1954 film. You may want to also set a timer for 1 hour and 57 minutes and see what's going on, okay? Okay, Google. Let's see if we can get it to do it from here. Nice. Set a timer for 1 hour and 57 minutes. Set a timer. Let's see. All right. That will go on, members. Somebody's name could be Terry, Dan, Molly, Ethel, a merman. And remember, I said Scorpio energy gets to the root, right? It dives deep, okay, into the subconscious mind, the psyche. Our vaudeville performers who eventually add their 3 children to the act to become the 5 Donahues. I really fucking love this because if you go back to the beginning, right, the tickets. However, their children start to go their own way in life with Steve, Johnny Ray, and I did say John, deciding to become a priest. The other grown children, Katie, Mitzi, and Gaynor, and Tim Donald O'Connor, join a show starring Victoria Parker, Marilyn Monroe. The Donahue parents become a performing pair again, but the family still faces personal upheaval. Some of you guys will be getting back with an old person, or this will be very specific. All right, some of you guys will be meeting somebody, okay, and you're going to be moving. I'm hearing never to be heard from again, okay, and some of you are going to be leaving people behind, and they're not going to know where you're at, all right, which is why they have their eyes on your business, okay? They can feel this energy coming. Yeah. Anyway, remember the golden knife on Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter. Go look to see where your Jupiter's at, or your part of fortune. All right, Jupiter is about luck. You're gonna be just fine. Hope, 17, and whatever it is that you've been needing to heal, or you still have trouble with. All right, this is gonna be very healing for you. Okay, and some of you guys are going to be in some sort of spotlight, show business, whatever, with 17, the star card here, and hope, right? When Pandora's box was released, okay, what was the one thing that good that came out of it? Hope. Don't lose hope. All right, Taurus, that's what I got for you, and moving on. Some of you guys really will be moving, Taurus. All right. I will probably do an all signs. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight. I'm still up in the air. Okay. Yeah, right. The reptilian eyes. I'm hearing, I've got hungry eyes. That came out in a recent reading. Was it Capricorn? Yeah, it was Capricorns. You may want to also watch the Capricorn reading, all right? A Journey to Oz, right? So that's what I got. Peace, love, and light.